Hello everybody, we're here for another Eurotrip Roundup. As always, Emily is here, and this time we have Katie all the way from Estonia joining us today. And that's where we're going to start off today's Roundup, because there is news coming out of Estonia regarding Eesti Laul. They have changed the format slightly in that anyone can submit a song as long as the song includes an Estonian resident or an Estonian citizen. That can be songwriter or song performer. Katie, as an Estonian resident, how do you feel this will change the contest, and are you happy with this change they have implemented?
I think we're definitely taking more influence and example from Melody Festival, and they're trying to make this, more, bigger, better. I hope that it's gonna be better, but I'm worried that Eesti Laul has always been, about bringing in the new artists, giving them the stage to perform, the audience, and I'm just a little worried what if, the foreign artists are gonna help our big artists, rise higher, but the new names are just gonna get left behind. That's one of the main concerns for me.
Okay. Emily, what do you feel about Estonia making this change for the contest?
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's probably the right direction for any country to take, because a lot of countries already have other artists from other places coming in, and it's usually beneficial for them. So I don't see why it would be a problem for Estonia.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I wouldn't be against it if they came and helped, say, like you said, the younger, smaller artists, if it still helped them promote them a bit more. Like I said, it might improve the song quality of Eesti Laul, we don't know, even if, say, just give a very strong singer a very good song. This is obviously, I feel like, a response to them crashing out in the semi-finals in Eurovision this year, still unfairly in my opinion, because I still really enjoy Yuri's song, and that's not just because we've got an Estonian here on the panel today. I think it's just, an obvious direction for countries to take, because, we've seen countries change formats and whatnot after they fail to progress in things. I hope it doesn't change it too much, but it might improve it, and if it improves the song and gets Estonia back in the final, all for it. The final of Eesti Laul is going to be happening on the 4th of March, and 20 songs will be competing, with 10 advancing to the grand final, as in previous years.
The Eurotrip.
And the Czech Republic, they are returning to Eurovision, but also, like Estonia, an open casting call, but this time they're going to select internal, and anyone from any nationality can represent them and send a song. This is a bit bizarre to me, because the Czech Republic have talent. I mean, we saw with Václav and Marta and Gabriela, very good singers, very good songs. Gabriela got them to the final. So it's a bit bizarre there now, saying, oh, anyone can come in sort of thing. I'm a bit concerned or lost. I just don't understand it fully. Unless there's something going on in the Czech Republic music scene that we don't know.
I agree. I don't really have anything to add to it though.
Try anything that could help us. Whatever helps.
Very fair.
The Eurotrip.
So Czech Republic going internal. A country which isn't going internal is Germany. They've announced the national selection format for their song. It's going to be decided on the 9th of February in Cologne. In the song contest going to be called Unser Song 2017. 5 songs will be making it to the final, and they're focusing on new young talent. There's also going to be a jury of 3 acts, one of which is 2010 winner Lena, but the jury will have no say. Very much like Belgium's final, the jury will give their opinion and the public will decide the song. Do we think this is a good idea? Because as we said, Belgium did it this year and it got them a top 10 finish. Do you think they've taken inspiration from there?
Yeah, they could have done. I just personally think it's a bit strange that they have a jury that have no say whatsoever in the final outcome. But I've been thinking, because they have this jury, and especially they've got Lena, who everyone will know because she won Eurovision for them, the most recent winner for Germany. Because they have these jurors that will give their opinion, it might change the opinion of the public and think, oh, actually, maybe I agree with what Lena's saying, because it's Lena, or because, they are professionals, so they might have a proper opinion, I guess. I don't know. it could work for Germany though, and obviously they have the emphasis on young as well, so you can tell that they don't want any old jokey people or anything like that. They're really focused on trying to get the best outcome.
Yeah, I also really like the fact that they're bringing in new faces, new names, artists, and giving them a shot. It could turn out really well, but also it could be bad, but I applaud them for trying something new, not just, going on like, no, let's try this again that we tried last year, Just, I like that they're not, like, giving up.
Yeah, I agree. I like the fact that they're willing to try new things. Obviously, their old format, they tried 2 years running, didn't end well either year, so they've kind of thought, something clearly needs to change, this selection is not working. Bringing in someone new, it could work. Like I said, they're going to get paired with songwriters who are going to write a song for them. So, yeah, it could be very, very, very good for Germany. Obviously, this is a format which is very similar to what they used in 2010 when Lena won. So they're obviously trying to take inspiration from there. But like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see. I'm in agreement with Emily. I don't understand why you will have a jury to give their opinion if they're not going to influence the result. I didn't get that with the United Kingdom either when we used it. I mean, as much as I loved having the jury there, it just seemed a bit pointless going for their opinion when they were going to make no impact on the song choice at all. But like I said, we're going to have to wait and see, and that is going to be on the 9th of February in Cologne. And very excited about that one. Woo! And moving on further down the line with the Big Five, France have announced their return, and they've announced they are going internal again. France too, they're keeping the same format as last time. They're going to look within their own country and just find a song which they hope will repeat a mere success, which got them 6th in Stockholm. Now, Emily, you were a big fan of Je Cherche. Are you very happy that they are returning to this idea again?
Yeah, I am, because it worked for them last time, and so if it works for them, I honestly don't see why they should change how they're doing it. Hopefully, because they came 6th, that'll push more songwriters, more artists in France to try and have a go at it, because of how well Amir did. So yeah, I'm happy about it.
Katie, France going internal, how are you feeling?
I was a huge fan of Amir and the people who took the project of Eurovision last year on. I think they have like a broadcaster, and they really turned it around. I don't know, it seemed like they knew what they were doing, and if they're gonna continue on that line, I look forward to that.
Yeah, like I said, if it's not broken, don't fix it. They did it with Amir, worked wonders for them in a few years beforehand. France was slightly becoming a slight joke act, like placing 20th and lower, shoot up to 6th. Yeah, why not keep it as it is? And as we know, Amir is very involved in his own songs as well. He's just released his new single, Undulate, so he could even be involved in the songwriting. We never know. That would be quite nice if it was. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see, and yeah, there's a new head of delegation in France who took over from the 2016. They clearly want to win. You can see that from putting out such a good song like Je Cherche and keeping this format. So, who knows? We could be off to France or Eurovision in the not too distant future. Croatia and Macedonia have both confirmed they are returning to Eurovision, kind of hinting at the fact that Season 2 winner of The Voice, Croatia, Rusa, will represent them. She's a Balkan ballad singer typically on The Voice, so we'll have to wait and see if that is true. But in more sad news, Bosnia and Herzegovina are very likely going to be withdrawing. This is because BHRT, the national broadcaster who ceased broadcasting on the 30th of June, have come out and said there is just not enough funds to send an act to Eurovision, and unless changes in the government and funding change, their participation is looking less and less likely as each day goes past. Emily, as you know, you're a big fan of Balkan nations in Eurovision. How does this news that came out of Bosnia make you feel?
It's really sad actually, because you can tell that they really are trying to get back into the contest, and it's just a matter of money, which is just frustrating to see. Because I remember there used to be rumours of whether they will be returning or if they won't after 2012, but it was always a money thing. So it's a real shame, and obviously this year I think they only just managed to get somewhat the group to the contest, but I think for now, if they really can't afford it, I think they should just wait it out, because the contest will still be here for them. We'll still welcome them. We want them back, obviously, but there's no point in trying to like force something that just won't work. But yeah, it's a real shame to see them possibly not be here.
Honestly, super sad. Like, I love Bosnia and Herzegovina in Eurovision, and my heart's just been bleeding every year they've been missing. I know that they love being a part of the contest, and when they are, it's so much better. I really hope that they will still, you know, have Eurovision in their memory, even, you know, if they have to sit out this year, or, you know, no matter how long they have to sit out, that they'll return and they'll still be a part of this when they can, because they're just such an important part of it, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the Balkan songs, but it's very sad to see when a song or country even has to withdraw, with the main thing being about money. It does just kind of, you know, sadden the contest a bit, you know, the fact that it's centred around that and not the music in a sense. You know, we saw it with Romania, and that was extremely heartbreaking at the time. This is quite sad. I do agree with you, Emily, though. If they have to wait out a year just to get some more funds together for 2018, then maybe that's the idea they should do instead. She said the contest will still be here. It'll still probably be bigger and better than it will be this year. We don't know. And yeah, it's a shame, but we may just have to say goodbye to Bosnia this year and welcome them back next year, which no one wants to do, but it may have to happen, sadly. And some news that's just come out since we've been recording is that Albania are returning to the contest and will be using Festivali I Kinges again, and Austria are going for an internal selection this year. They're not going for a national final this year, which is a little disappointing, but we will have to wait and see who they select and what song. No dates have been given as of yet when we will know about the Austrian song, but that is it. And actually, our actual final point is the Netherlands. They have announced that their singer will be revealed in October. This is very early, but RVTOIS are saying they will be releasing their singer in October time, and they're saying they're going very different from the last few years, kind of hinting they're going away from the sort of country western vibe. So Emily, what does this make you think? Announcing a singer in October for the contest in May?
Why not? To be honest, I think they've done it quite a few times, announced the artist earlier, and then later on revealed what the song is. I'm all up for like people being announced, I don't mind, but then it does make me wonder what the song will be like. But then it also gives us time to be able to research who the artist is. If it's a new person, we might not know much about them. If it's someone that's been on the music scene for ages, we know sort of what to expect, so yeah.
And Katie, how does this news coming out of the Netherlands make you feel as well?
Well, because they're deciding so early on, it seems like they are very sure of where they're going, which kind of makes me sad, because like if they're distancing themselves from the country type songs, which, you know, we all loved and that got them really high in the rankings, then I'm a bit sad, but let's hope that this step that they seem very sure of, let's hope that it's a good one and it turns out to be better than Croatia.
But yeah, like I said, they've given no hints as to who the singer will be or the song. They're just saying that it will be announced in October time. So like I said, we'll have to wait and see. But like you said, Emily, it might give them a chance to get a PR campaign together for them, say release their other music, really like hype up this singer throughout Europe, and then release their song. I remember Dower was announced quite early, I believe, about November, December time, and so Trencher was announced like October as well. I think it's very smart them announcing the singer and not the song at the same time, because with Trencher, by the time we got to May, we were just a bit like, ugh, a bit bored of Walk Along, because we heard it for the last 8 months. So yeah, like I said, like Katie said, they seem to be very sure of what they want to do and who they want to send, the fact they're willing to announce it so soon. But yeah, so we could have our first announcement of Eurovision 2017 within a month's time. But that is all for this time on the roundup. Agree or disagree with any of our points? Let us know. Who would you like to represent the Netherlands at Eurovision 2017? Let us know. Thank you to Katie all the way from Estonia. Thank you for being with us. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and make sure you check back every Monday for Eurovision This Week, which is written by Emily. Thank you very much, guys, and we shall speak to you next time.